so sorry, you guys. So sorry. Okay, should we back it up? Back the train up? I know you guys saw part of that. Sorry about that. I get carried away. Okay, so welcome to our class. It is Blog Hop. I'm just going to catch up quickly because I think you saw that. We have the Blog Hop coming, and the Blog Hop Lots of Happy card kit. So all you need to do to enter this, there's lots of prize patrol today, but all you need to do to enter this one is to click on the link in this video's description or go to stampwithtami.com and click on the Blog Hop. And this will bring you the instructions, the links. It's super easy. And all you need to do is leave a comment on my blog to enter. Now for this, it's New Year's themed. The Lots of Happy card kit is what we're giving away. Leave the hashtag Stamp It Contest on my blog to enter. And you can enter multiple times by leaving the same hashtag Stamp It Contest on every blog in the Hop. So you can enter multiple times. We've been making these projects. We're really excited about sharing our New Year's theme Blog Hop with you. So this is one of the free prizes that I have to give away for you today. That's from our Stamp It group. Now the other ones, they're all free. That one is a Blog Hop comment entry. These are live prize patrol. The next ones I have here are live prize patrol. All right, guys. Yeah, sorry about the sound issue. I forgot to turn the mic on. So it wasn't you, it was me. All right, so we're all caught up now. That's what you missed, just a little explanation of the prize patrols, how to enter. So I caught you up on that, and now I'm going to show you what we have for live prize patrols. Now the live prize patrol entries are when you leave a comment on this video. So if you leave a comment on this video, I'm going to draw a winner for these 3 live prizes at the end of the video. So I have the Hung with Care stamp set, which is a Hostess stamp set, very hard to get. In the holiday catalog, so limited edition, hard to get stamp set. You can only get it with Stampin' Rewards and my frequent buyer points. And it's actually going to be retired, so it's going away very soon at the end of this month, at the January 2nd. So you can get your hot little hands on that if you leave a comment. And in addition to that, I'm giving away 2 bundles, 2 In the Woods bundles. This is the stamp set and the dies. All you need to do is leave a comment. These are live. I will be drawing the winners at the end of this episode, so be sure to check back here if you're not able to stay for the whole episode. Make sure you check back later, either on the video, on my resource page, on the Blog Hop. I will post the winners there, or on my winners page, because you only have 2 weeks to claim your prize. I don't want you to miss out. In addition to those live prizes, I have a 3rd way to win. Actually, this is the same entry as the live prizes here. And that is for my early bird. It's a pop-up scrap bin. For you early birds that are on here early, I love you guys, early on a Saturday morning. And if you leave a comment, you will be entered to win this. I'm going to draw this one at the 10-minute mark. So you got a chance to win that special bin, scrap bin, only available to demonstrators. And that is super fun. So before we get started with the stamping, I am just going to catch you up on what's happening in the know. So always like to keep you guys up to date, informed on what's happening here in Stamping Land and on my stampwithtami.com blog. Currently, we have the year-end closeout sale. There is a retiring list on my blog. You can get all this information by clicking on the link in this video's description. So this here, you can, there's sale items, and then there's just retiring items. Stuff is selling out, but there is still some great stuff left. So you haven't completely missed out. If you haven't checked out the sale yet, you can click on the link in this video's description, go to stampwithtami.com. You can even just click on order online there and you can see what's left. There is still great stuff left, but it won't last. It is going. In addition to that, so that is going to be going through January 2nd, but stuff will be selling out quickly. This is only today. This is the deadline today. It's been going on for 2 weeks, and that is my free faceted dot special. It's my little Christmas bonus for those of you who support me, my customers that are on here. I have quite a few of you, and that, you know, obviously I love to share these and show you how to use all these products. But the customers are the ones that keep me in business, so I have a little gift for them when they use the hostess code on $50 orders, and that is I will be sending this. It won't actually come in the order. It's going to come from me on December 20th as a special gift and a special little thank you. And in addition to that, it is the time for pre-orders for the Occasions catalog that'll be coming out to customers January 3rd. Demonstrators can get this now. Linda and I have done 2 really big mega reveal videos. You can see them on my blog or on Facebook or on YouTube. I'm live on both of those social media networks right now. And Pinterest. The YouTube actually also broadcasts on Pinterest, so that's kind of fun too. It's fun that I can be in all these places at once. And in addition to that, Celebration is coming, which you can earn free stamps with every $50 order. There's a demonstrator kit special, which is really cool. I have all this information on my blog. Demonstrators that pre-order, or if you'd like to become a demonstrator, you can earn these Celebration sets and products now. And I like to tell people, although there is a great special happening during Celebration, if you have retiring list products that you want to buy, or if you want to get these occasions products early, it's actually to your benefit to join now instead of waiting until the Celebration special, because you'll be getting a discount on all the products. So you can get retiring list, you can get sale products, you can get occasions products, and you're earning Celebration sets now instead of waiting until January. So it's a great deal. You can do it just for the discount. You can do it just for the benefits. You don't have to do any selling videos or any of the business end unless you want to. And we have a great team and great ideas, and there's so many perks for you. All right, so all of that said, that is our what's happening in the know. And it's almost time to get stamping, but before we do, I'm just going to do the quick early bird drawing, which is for the pop-up scrap bin. We're almost at that mark, so I figured we'd do that really quick before we get started stamping, and then we'll talk about the cards that we're going to make today, because I'm very excited about it. And anywho, this is, oh, let me just pop you on over to that screen. Actually, you know, we have one more minute, so I'm going to give you guys one more minute to comment down there to enter that early bird special. While we're doing that, I'll tell you about the free PDF that's available. I have this for all of my videos. If you are catching this later on the replays always stay up. We are recording live in front of a live in-home audience instead of a studio audience. Everybody's in their homes, and the live audience might be watching on YouTube. You might be watching on Facebook. You may be watching this later on one of those social media networks from the live recording. The live people get to ask questions, and they're involved in the live drawings, but the replay drawing also gets the blog hop drawing, so there's something for everybody. And I have a free PDF for everybody. The PDF includes all the measurements on the card that we'll be making today. It includes the supply list of the cards that we're making today. Very easy card. You're going to love this. It's great. You could even make these for holiday cards if you haven't done those yet. I have a link back to the resource page. I have a resource page for every project that I do a video on, and it contains this free PDF. It's linked in the video, or you can go to stampwithtami.com, click video gallery, you'll see it there. Or you can just, if you have the free PDF, if you download it now, you can go back to this URL to find the video to watch it later. In addition to that, you can click on this UR code if you have a smartphone. You can do the QR code and get right to that same resource page. So I try to make it easy for you guys to get all the information you need for what we're making today. And that's free. Again, click on the link in this video's description. Okay, with that, it is the 10-minute mark. Let's pop on over here. We're going to do a quick drawing for the pop-up scrap bin first. The other three prizes that you see on the table will be drawn at the end of this video. And all winners have 2 weeks to claim this, or I'm giving them away to somebody else. I'm regifting, just like you're going to do after Christmas, right? Because you don't want those gifts to go to waste, and that is the same. These are gifts from me. I bought them. I'm giving them to you as a gift, and if they don't get claimed, then I want to regift. So the winner of the pop-up scrap bin goes to Susan Timchak. Congratulations, Susan. She thought it was her without the sound. I'm sure everybody thought that at first. I apologize for the mic being shut off, but glad that you guys, screamed at me enough that I saw that. Sometimes I don't always see it right away. And so the sound is working, and we are ready to get started stamping. These are our three prizes that I will draw at the end of this episode. We've got 2 in the Woods bundles and 1 Hung with Care Hostess set. Very hard to get. This is a very rare, hard to get set that a lot of people have been trying to get their hands on. Okay, these are the 2 cards that we're going to be making today. And, sorry, my iPad that I have down here on my work table is not working. So I have to move the phone down so I can see your comments. These are so adorable. Now, this one I got in a swap. It doesn't have a name to credit, and I feel bad that I don't have the original person on here. If you recognize this, if you were, I think this was, it could have been when I did it on stage, but I think this was one of my swaps that this came in. If you recognize it, give a shout out so I can give you credit. So I took this idea and expanded on it to make a New Year's card. I wanted it to be glitzy and sparkly, so I added some gold onto it, some gold bling and some gold embossing for a New Year's card. I'm going to show you how to do a little masking with the embossing down here. Super fun and easy card to make. So the stamp sets that I used on the, I'm going to make this one today. The stamp sets used here are the Buffalo Check in the Holiday Catalog and the Timeless Tidings that is also in the Holiday Catalog. This was coordinated with the Timeless Tidings kit, and great words in here. Now, the original here, the Winter Cheer, that comes from the Spirited Snowman stamp. So if you were to do the original, that's where that came from, the Spirited Snowman. So this is the one that we're going to make right now. And we're going to get started. And again, these supplies are listed on my blog if you came in late and you missed them. And the measurements for all the cards that were, for all the layers that we're doing are also there. So we're going to start with our background, which is the Buffalo Check. And I'm going to show you a little tip on how to background stamp. Now this here is, I have cling mount on an acrylic block. However, coming in the New Occasions catalog, everything's going to be cling mount. We are no longer going to be carrying wood mount, except in the U.S. and I think in Canada, the North American market, we will still have wood mount for these big, large background stamps. There's something about the wood on that one that's still, they're keeping that around. But other than that, those are the only wood mount stamps, just because they're not, they're just not selling anymore. Since we got the Stamparatus, everybody's unmounting the wood and putting them on clear. So there's so few people that actually use the wood that they're not selling anymore. So, and everybody wants the cling, you know, the clear mount that we had, the regular clear mount, and they look exactly the same. They're just super sticky on the back. So you don't need to have any extra adhesive on there to stick it. All right. So this particular one though is not cling mount at the time. This is a clear mount stamp that I have here. Not that it matters. I am using the Memento black ink, and I'm inking up this very large Buffalo stamp that I feel, a Buffalo Check that I feel like everybody, no, Kathy, you might be the only one that doesn't have this stamp. She's like, am I the only one that doesn't have this? This stamp is a staple. As soon as I saw it, I'm like, oh my gosh, so many possibilities that we can do with this. So adorbs. So I've inked up the background of that with some Memento black ink, and then I'm just going to take a piece of scrap paper. We're going to be using some scrap paper for the embossing too. So this is a little tip for inking, getting a really good impression on a background stamp. So take your panel, make sure I got the right one there. That's the one I want. Okay. Take your panel, and this is a Whisper White panel, and just place it down gently, and then take the scrap paper so you don't get inky fingers, and just rub the entire thing. Get some good pressure on there. Oh, no. Oh, you're not the only one. Karen says she doesn't have it yet either. And Wanda. So a couple of you don't have this stamp yet. I don't think it's retiring. I didn't check to see if this one was carrying. I should have checked to see if it's carrying over from the holiday catalog. It could be retiring. So hopefully somebody, if it is retiring and somebody has that list available, can you give that a shout out so those of you who don't have it know if they have to buy it right away? All right, so now we have a nice even stamp. So rather than taking the stamp and stamping it this way, and then sometimes you're missing a splotch in the middle, this is just a quick, easy way of getting a really good coverage with those background stamps. So that was my first tip of the day. All right, so next we're going to do some embossing, and we are going to use the words from the Timeless Tidings stamp set, but I'm going to hold it up here. It says, and a Happy New Year. See that? And a Happy New Year. I don't want it to say and a. I just want it to say Happy New Year. So I have a little trick for that too. Just make sure this is really clean before we... Whoops. See, that's why everybody wants the cling mount. Did you see that? I went to clean it and it popped off the block. So the Occasions catalog, starting in the Occasion catalog, that is not going to happen anymore. For those of you who have stamps that aren't cling mount, I put a dab of snail on the back. Fixes that really easily. All right, so I've got a strip of black, and again, the measurements are in that free PDF on my blog. Thank you, Sherry says the Buffalo Check is not retiring, so if you don't have it yet, you have a little bit of time. Okay, I'm just going to pull in the silicone mat to work on. All right, so I've got the black strip. I'm going to take first the emboss buddy. This is the if you forget it, you will regret it step. I'm just going to pounce that a little bit over where we are going to stamp. Somebody gave a great suggestion one time on a video to actually take an elastic and put that elastic right to your Versamark pad so you don't forget it. All right, so next up we're going to use a Post-it note. Post-it notes, they're good for so many things, right? So many things. Oh, what a great idea. Shirley says, Lori says she's using this for a birthday card. That is an excellent idea. Okay, so Post-it note sticky side right here. I'm going to take that sticky side and cover up the and a, because I do not want that inked up. And then I'm taking the Versamark ink and I'm inking the rest of the stamp. So because that was covered, those two words are not going to get inked up. So that's my little, it's a kind of like a masking, reverse masking maybe, trick. And then we're going to stamp that right on the strip. So instead of saying and a Happy New Year, it just says Happy New Year. So I stamped that with Versamark because we are going to emboss. And then we're going to take some gold heat emboss powder. And take that little strip and just pour this heat emboss powder right over it. Flick off the excess, and oops, if you got any. So the thing is, I used that stamp before, which is why I tried to clean it. So it had a little bit of goop on there from before. Let me see if I can get that off before we emboss. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, my when I originally started making it, I had the whole stamp on there, and it was cute. It was all right, but I would rather have it not say Anda. So I did that elimination technique to get rid of those two words. So it made more sense because I didn't have another word on there that said Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, which is where you would probably use that. Somebody was asking where Hazel was. I don't know if you can hear her jingling in the background, but she's sniffing underneath the table right now. Oh, here she comes. She's coming over. All right, so I'm going to see if I can get some of that off. Okay, so now we're going to take our heat tool. Yes, Diana, I am on once a month. I'm on at 10 o'clock on a Saturday morning. She's like, you're on early. Well, it's Eastern Standard Time. I'm on the East Coast because I am kicking off our Stamp It Group's New Year's blog hop. So we always kick it off with a live video, and then after this, you're going to want to go pop on over to my blog resource page so you can take the rest of the blog hop and enter our blog hop giveaway, which is a blog entry. The comment entries are for the live prizes, but the blog entry is for the blog hop giveaway. And we also have a winner announced on my blog from the last blog hop giveaway. I should have mentioned that. Okay. You can hear her out there jingling in the background, Hazel. All right. That's a good idea. Using makeup eyeshadow applicators to get the excess powder off, or Q-tips would probably do it too. If I had any of that handy, which I don't. All right, so we've got our embossed words and we've got our stamped background. So those are our stamped pieces of this set. Now, before we finish up with the assembly, because it really is a quick and easy card, we're going to make this really cool corrugated background with the Big Shot. So let me just move those out of the way. We're going to bring in the Big Shot die cut machine, except we're not die cutting today. We're actually using the impressions folder. So I've got, and I'll back it out for you. I know you guys don't like to be too close. Nobody wants to be dizzy. And we've got the platform, just the straight up platform here. And this is the corrugated, and hopefully this is carrying over too, if somebody can give me a shout out, because this is also in the holiday catalog. This is the corrugated dynamic impressions folder, and the dynamic in my in my world, dynamic means 3D because it's so cool and it's very, very thick. So I want these to go vertically. So the cardstock is going to go in like this, like portrait mode. So the lines are going to go up and down on our finished card. And it does not matter which way it goes in. They're both the same. So I'm going to put that right on the platform because this is a dynamic folder. We're going to put it directly on the platform. And then we're going to take one cutting pad, place it on top, and then crank that through. We only need one cutting pad because it's so thick. The dynamic, like I said, I consider that dynamic to mean 3D. And that gives us our super cool corrugated. It's like the crimp. Remember the crimper we used to have? It's like that, only better. There's more options I think that we can do with it this way. All right, so we'll just move that guy out of the way. And we will continue on. So now we're going to, first thing I'm going to do here is I left the sides of this a little bit longer than it needed to be because it's going to shrink up a little bit when you put it through the corrugated 3D folder. So I'm just going to see how that fits on here. And if I needed to, I could take a paper trimmer and trim off a little bit of the edge, but it looks like it actually trimmed, it looks like it actually shrunk up perfectly. Perfect size there for our card. Okay, so next up, thank you, that corrugated folder is carrying over. Thank you for that. Okay, so next up I'm going to go ahead and attach this layer to the bottom. Just some snail adhesive there before I went and punched out the snowman window, little window pieces, just because it helped me line up where I wanted to punch. So I've got two circle punches here. We've got the 1 1/4 and the 1 inch circle punches here. All right. I am dating myself with that crimper, aren't I? I've been a demonstrator for 15 years, so I've been here for a little while. All right, so I'm just going to go ahead and this is a little bit to the left-hand side. And I'm going to work my way up, punching out the little snowman body. So those two were done with the 1 1/4 inch, and then the last, his head, I did with the 1 inch. Oh, I did not leave enough room for his head there, so it's going to be a little tight. I'm actually going to overlap. If you do that, what I did, I should have actually gone down a little bit further here. If you do that, overlap a little bit because the scarf is going to cover it. Okay. There we go. Actually, it wasn't too bad, but the scarf will cover that little piece. So we're okay there. And silicone mat's not going to go too far because we need that again. So for the buttons, I took this is the gingerbread punch. You can get all of these punches in my online store, and I punched 3 of these. They're like large eyeballs. I think those are his eyeballs, but they're the perfect size circle for his buttons. So I'm just taking some scrap paper, punching out. We need 3 of those, and then it is time for some assembly. So I've pre-cut his little hat here. I've got those measurements on that free PDF, and we are ready to put this guy together. So first up, I am going to go ahead and put the base together. These are the pieces of the base, and I do recommend layering white or something light on the inside to stamp, to write your greeting on. Always with dark. Okay. So we've got some gold foil down here, and then instead of putting the snail on the back of the corrugated piece, I actually put it on the gold foil. So it didn't flatten it out at all when I did it that way. Also, the liquid glue is probably a better choice. When you have something that's really textured like this is, and it's got the bumps in it, this liquid glue spreads right in the right spot, but liquid glue and I don't get along, so I prefer the snail. You know, we all have our preferences, and we all have certain things that just we don't like, and everybody loves that liquid glue but me. So I'm going to keep going with the snail here. So I've go ahead and attached that down with some snail adhesive. And then this is going to get attached with some Stampin' Dimensionals to pop it up. I happen to have some left over from Paper Pumpkin because I recycle all of those leftover dimensionals and extra adhesive and pieces that we get. So you want to give them a little bit of extra pop here. Right? Michelle says she loves that liquid glue. Everybody loves that liquid glue, but me. I'm just keeping it real. Yeah, probably won't hear too many people say that, but there might be somebody out there that has a love-hate relationship with it like I do. Okay, so I'm just going to attach that down, and then we'll go ahead and put his hat together with mini glue dots, and the buttons are going to go on with some mini glue dots. I'm just going to go ahead and stick the brim of his hat to the glue dot and stick it. I'm using the silicone mat here so that it doesn't, if the adhesive overhangs, it doesn't get on the background there. Okay, so that's going to be his hat, and then these little guys pop right in there. I'm good with the snail. I don't need anything else. That snail is my favorite. I'm completely addicted to it. I know everybody has their own things. I know Rachel's really, really big on the fast views, and everybody has their own style and things that they, you know, things that they really love. But for me, it's snail. I'm so addicted to it. You would not believe how many refills I buy. Because I stamp a lot, obviously. I make a lot of stuff. So these guys are just popping right down from the mini glue dots. And they go right in the center of the two larger circles and then one right in the middle for his little, they're like buttons, right? And then we'll go ahead and put his hat down. Now, because I stamped him a little bit to the top here, I'm going to put his hat down a little overhanging. And we've got some, just a Stampin' Dimensional on the back there. There we go. So his hat's on. So now we need his little scarf. Now, on the original card, she did the scarf with this black sparkly. This is in the holiday catalog. This is not This is not carrying over. It is retiring, and it may actually be sold out. So I didn't want to use it because of that. The one I did pick hadn't sold out when I designed the card. It may have sold out by now. This is the Mary Merlot in copper. I think that's what the colors are, right? Let me just double check. It's so pretty. Yeah, Mary Merlot in copper. It's so pretty. I love it. Can you see like the metallic flare to it? Just really cool. So I'm going to go ahead and cut a little piece of that off. And then what I did was, to make it look like a scarf, kind of tied a knot but left a little bit for his neck. There, so I left a little bit of room there for his neck. And then trimmed it at a little bit. I mean, you can go as long or as short with the scarf as you want there, but I trimmed it up so that it was a little short. A little bit of an angle. But the bottom one was a little bit longer, so you can see the Mary Merlot peeking through there. I loved the look of that one. Very pretty ribbon. It is a pretty ribbon. And again, I don't think this one's carrying over either. I don't think either one of them are. But this one was still available in the online store. Or at least it was when I designed the card. It may be gone now. If you see it in there, don't wait to get it. These ribbons and embellishments go fast. Okay, so we wanted to put that down so the knots, it looks like it's tied around his neck there. So we've got his little flowing ribbon flowing in the breeze. And the very last part of this card is the bling. Because it was New Year's, I wanted a little bling. So this was the original. We're making it New Year's, and I want it to be glitzy and fun for the new year. So I took the gold faceted dots and put one up here on his hat, or her hat. I guess I could go either way, right? And then one down here on the, whoops, that one didn't come up with the glue. We'll go fix that one later. Probably should have used my take your pick tool on that one. There we go. It can be salvaged if that ever happens. If it comes up with a glue, just press it back down and it'll work the next time. All right, so that is our Build a Snowman window card. See, he's got a little window snowman, so cute with the corrugated behind it. Again, there is a free PDF on my blog, and that my special with the free faceted dots ends today. So if you want to get some of these supplies, get them now. Use the hostess code so you can get in on the free faceted dot special. And these are the live prizes that I am about to draw. It is the Hung with Care Hostess stamp set, very hard to get, and 2 In the Woods bundles. That is the stamp set and the die. So if you've left a comment, you are automatically entered to win here. I'm going to pop over. We're going to start with the Hung with Care. Susan has won our pop-up scrap bin early bird special, early bird drawing. So the first stamp set that I'm drawing here is Hung with Care, the hard to get rare hostess stamp set in the holiday catalog. It's about to go, and that's Mary Jo Snyder. And our 2 winners of the Winter Woods is Holly Paulson, and our second one is Michelle Chase. All right, so Susan, Mary Jo, Holly, and Michelle, be sure to fill out that prize claim form. It is linked in this video's description, or you can go to stampwithtami.com and click winners there. All the winners will also be listed there in the next few minutes, as well as in my newsletter, so you can find them in all those spaces, but you only have 2 weeks to claim these prizes or a re-gift. All right, and don't forget, this was my blog hop project. I have some amazing Stamp It group family members who have been blogging for you guys. They have been designing projects just for this morning, just to launch and share with you guys for New Year's and winter. And you can get to those projects by clicking on the link in this video's description. or going to stampwithtami.com. You can take the blog hop tour, and you can enter to win the blog hop giveaway, and you can win this even if you've won one of the other prizes or you haven't, either way. And the winner for last month's blog hop has been drawn and is announced on all of our blogs as well. Be sure to leave the hashtag #StampItContest when you are there to be entered to win. All right, well, I hope you have enjoyed that. This is actually my last scheduled video for the year. I will be sneaking back in maybe to do some more. Paper Pumpkin will be coming next week, but I will be taking some time off to spend with both of my boys are going to be home at the same time, so I'm going to be taking some time to spend with the family as well. So whatever I do for the next couple of weeks over the holidays probably won't be scheduled. It's just going to be random, and I do have a really special video, a documentary on the Stampin' Up! Manufacturing plant coming out very soon, so be looking for that. All right, well, thank you for joining me today.